what's up guys? Welcome back, or if it's your first time to my channel, welcome. It's been a few months since I've been able to make a video. Having a hard time getting back into this because it's been so long. Maybe this will be the one that sticks, the one that I end up keeping here. I'm having a hard time with this intro, and I don't really want to get into all the specifics of what has gone on these last few months. It's been a rough few months since moving back in June of 2024. Just one thing after another and everything like that. We're finally in a house and things are somewhat getting back to normal now. So I haven't been able to really collect this channel is mostly toy hunts, toy hauls, action figures, collectible stuff like that. But the root of this, or the roots, I guess, of the beginning of this channel was buying used DVDs, Blu-rays, buying used physical media, movies. That's how this channel started. And over the last couple months, the one thing I was able to do here and there whenever I did have time and a little bit of money was to go hit some of the Goodwills, because we're in a new area. We moved like 5 or 6 hours away from where we were previously, back in the beginning of the year. And so new area, new places to go look. Goodwill has been the main place. There's also been a flea market or two and stuff like that I've been able to hit up and stuff. So I've been able to still do a little bit of collecting and stuff like that, and I've been able to fill out my physical media collection, which is really important to me, especially in recent years. It's become even more paramount for me to buy physical movies and have them, especially we've been in this place not even a month yet. In the first, I think, week that we were here, we had no internet. So with no internet, it's like we had our phones, but to actually sit down with TV and watch something, it's like we were watching discs. We were watching either TV shows we had on discs or movies. So moments like that, you really you see how important it is to have physical media library or movie, physical movie library versus just relying solely on streaming, which we do stream as well. But it is nice to have movies, especially favorites, stuff you're gonna, you think you may rewatch, or things you do rewatch. You have it. You don't have to rely on it being available on streaming. So, but I have been able to buy movies over the last few months. I did a bit more at the beginning when we first kind of moved down here, before things kind of went crazy. And then I have steadily over the last probably month, been able to go to especially one Goodwill location where I've had really good luck with some movies that I've been looking for. So this is going to be a series of a few videos because there's a lot here, but I'm going to divide them all into chunks. Try not to go too long with the video, maybe 15 minutes max if I can help it. So I'm going to start with what I've bought most recently, because it's right here. I don't remember everything exactly because it's all kind of lumped in together, what was bought all together, it like in single trips, because there were some trips that I went and bought 5 or 6 movies. There were times I went and maybe bought just one. So, but I'll kind of divide them up and just do it that way. But let's get into it, because I don't like YouTube videos that just you know, you're here for the movies. You don't want to hear me ramble. But I appreciate anybody that still subscribes to me, that you know, that watches this after such a long hiatus and stuff like that. I will throw this up on my other channel, because I do have the second channel that's supposed to be solely the movies and stuff like that, because I kind of keep this I keep my main channel for more toys, collectibles, and stuff like that. But these are all going to be from the one Goodwill spot. I guess I'll call this one like Site A, because it is the one that I frequent the most, and I've had the best luck at this one. So, but I'll start with, I've got 5 DVDs and a Blu-ray that I found. First one up, we've got Road Trip here. I think this was 1999 Road Trip. Surprisingly, didn't have this in my physical media collection. I have it digitally, but I don't have a physical copy, which is, you know, shocking to me. This one here I watched a lot as, you know, a teen, in, you know, 20 something. And there is the disc. I try to always do that, and you'll see on the tag there, if it wants to focus, $1.49, so $1.50 at the Goodwill. Like I said, I'm surprised I did not have this one. I thought I did, and apparently I did not. So I grabbed that one. This one, I was really surprised. This one looks like it was originally a oh God, what's the I'm trying to think, that tag there. Books. Nah, what is it? Half price books. It looks like a half price books tag. And this one as well here. But the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original from 1974. Oh man, it was 74. Wow, I always forget that 74. It's like with Halloween. Halloween is 79, but for some reason you always consider it an 80s movie. But yeah, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, 1974. This one here is a Pioneer Special Edition, and it's still got the little booklet inside, and stuff like that. It has this little blurb in here: painstakingly restored from the original 16mm echo negatives. Special edition presents Tobe Hooper's classic film like you've never seen it before. Supervised by the director, this letterboxed high-definition super scan release minimizes the film grain and gives detail and sharpness not possible with standard film-to-tape transfers. So, and the disc is actually pretty cool too. I kind of hate that it's kind of hard to see, but at least it's something. Because that's one of my biggest things. Because if you're new to the channel, or it's the first video that you've seen of mine, I don't keep cases unless it's a very special, unless it's like a steelbook or TV series. I've gotten to where I keep those and stuff, but for the most part I don't keep the cases. I just keep the discs. I have a big disc, or big like it's like for a DJ or something like that back in the day, big case where you just have little sleeves and you put them in there, just because it's so much more convenient, so much easier. It takes up so much less space than having multiple bookshelves, because the amount of movies that I have, and I need to go through and count, because I have a list on my phone so that I make sure I'm not buying the same, I'm not buying multiple copies of the same movie, unless again there's some reason why, and see how many movies I have, a number, just to see. It's like all those on a shelf would take up so much space, and I collect other things that I need shelf space for, action figures and stuff like that. So with the movies, I am a collector, but I am it's not my main focus, I guess, is the thing. So I don't keep cases. But anyway, so the what I was getting at is I hate whenever they just have just the plain discs, or there's no like cool art or anything, or at least the name. Sometimes they just have the little band right there that has the name. But I thought this was a really cool find, and I don't own any version of the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre. One that I did not like originally, I never liked that one. I like the 2003 remake a lot. Actually, I love that one. Was never a huge fan of the OG, but it grew on me. So I do, it's like I would prefer to watch the 2003 remake, but I will watch the OG, and I appreciate the OG. Next up, another movie I swore I had, but checked my list and I do not, and that is Jackie Chan and Mr. Nice Guy. Big Jackie Chan fan. I even like some of the, and I can't remember if this is maybe one of them, but even the Jackie Chan movies, you know, from China and stuff like that, the ones that are dubbed and all of that, I like what is it, Police Story, and stuff. I even enjoy those. Those are great. Rumble in the Bronx, one of my absolute favorites, which I'm pretty sure, even though it was all in Chinese or whatever and they dubbed it, that one was technically an American film. I might be wrong on that, but big fan of Jackie Chan. Always enjoyed his movies, more so the older stuff. I think once you kind of got to a couple of the, like the first couple of Rush Hours were good, and then eventually it's like, you know, I guess I don't know, I'm an old head, so you know, sometimes you're just like, I prefer the old stuff. But this one, surprisingly, did not have this Jackie Chan movie, and this will it have a, it has the runtime 1996 for this one. I don't remember a lot about this one. It says he is a celebrity. Jackie Chan plays a celebrity chef turned reluctant hero. That's a lot of his movies. He's the reluctant hero. He's the just everyman that, you know, fumbles his way into something bad. After he rescues a petty journalist from the clutches of a ruthless drug lord. At stake is an incriminating videotape that has accidentally fallen into Jackie's hands. With the gang in hot pursuit, the action stretches from one spectacular stunt-filled scene to another. A lot of his older movies, just some of the crazy fight scenes and choreography just are unmatched. But this is one of those that I was talking about. No disc art, just the little band there, and it's like you have the full screen on one side, you have widescreen on the other. That happened a lot, I think, in like the early 2000s, especially a lot of these cases, that style. You got that. So that's a bummer. I also forgot to clean these. These are very gritty. This one here I've been wanting to add to my collection for a while. I really wanted to get the Blu-ray because it's a newer movie. The newer movies I really do try to get Blu-ray. I'm not a stickler for older movies, you know, like 2000s and older usually, or even like, I don't know, the 2010s or whatever, and before. I'm not a big stickler for like it has to be Blu-ray, or, you know, I'm not gonna go and spend the money if I already own it on DVD to upgrade to Blu-ray or 4K or whatever. If it's an older movie, I don't really care. I own the movie. That's all that matters. I can watch the movie. But I ended up picking up Kong Skull Island. It's the only one out of the new Godzilla Kong. I forget what they're calling it now. Damn it, the whatever the verse that they're calling this, is a MonsterVerse. It might be MonsterVerse. I can't remember. But this is the only one that I was missing because I have, you know, Godzilla. I have Godzilla King of the Monsters. I have Godzilla vs. Kong. Didn't have Kong Skull Island. So ended up picking that up because, again, $1.50. can't really go wrong with it. It has a pretty cool disc there, Kong Skull Island. I really did enjoy that one a lot, as well as Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm more of a Kong fan than Godzilla. I do like Godzilla, but I'm more of a Kong fan. This next one, almost there. I'm approaching because I'm getting to rambling. I'm getting close to where I said is, well, I was gonna try to keep it within 15 minutes. And the next one here, I was really shocked to find this one at Goodwill, especially, you know, for $1.50. Although I was surprised to find the Texas Chainsaw Massacre as well. This one here, you rarely ever see on streaming. I saw it a long time ago. I can't remember how, if I saw it on TV or rented it. Maybe it was a movie channel or something like that. But it's a Joel Schumacher film, and it's starring Nicolas Cage. It also has Joaquin Phoenix and James Gandolfini in it. 8mm. And this movie is an excellent movie. One of Nicolas Cage's best, in my opinion. It's not as rewatchable as, let's say, Con Air or some of Nicolas Cage's other films because of the subject matter of the movie. And it's funny because even the back doesn't tell you really what it's about. It just says that it's a dramatic story that follows one man's obsessive search for the truth about a 6-year-old crime and his ultimate discovery of the truth about himself. But it's like, I don't think it's a spoiler, but it is essentially about the underworld of snuff films, and hopefully this video doesn't get flagged. I won't go into, obviously I'm not going to go into spoiler territory, anything about it. But it's basically him researching, trying to, I guess, validate a film to see if it was a real film. Did someone get murdered or what have you? It was a really good movie. Like I said, not as rewatchable as some of Nick Cage's other movies, but is very good. So I'm very happy to have found that, especially for $1.50. All right, let's go ahead and knock this out because I know I got little bit of editing to do here, so it's not as long as the timer says. But this is the one Blu-ray that I got, and cool thing about this Goodwill, they don't mark up their Blu-rays. Their Blu-rays are the same price as their DVDs, $1.49. And I was able to find Deadpool 2, the Super and Duper cut, I think is what it is. The Super Duper and cut of Deadpool 2. And it says Blu-ray digital. It did have the digital code inside, and it was not redeemed. So I was able to get the Blu-ray as well as the digital film as well. So that's always cool, because I always like that, because I always do redeem those as well, just so that I have them in my digital library as well. But I really do love the 2 discs, because you have your theatrical cut and then you have your unrated cut, and they're both very, very Deadpool for sure. I didn't like this movie. I didn't like Deadpool 2 as much as the first Deadpool, but I did like it enough to own it, because that's one of the things I have been doing this year, is especially recently when buying movies, been trying to fill out my MCU collection, my MCU physical collection, because I have a lot of them, or most of them, on digital. But again, physical media is much more important, so I've been trying to get physical copies of most, all, not necessarily all, but most of the MCU, especially pre-Endgame. Because I do have Multiverse of Madness, I do have Spider-Man No Way Home. Will I get any of the new ones that are coming out? I don't know. But any pre-Endgame, I've been trying to get a hold of. So this went a little bit longer than I meant for it to. So I'll just end it here with this first round of movies here. Like I said, it got 5 DVDs and a Blu-ray, and this cost me like under $10. And these all were the same trip. And this is my most recent little haul that I got here. And like I said, all from the same spot, and it's Site A, Goodwill Site A that I've been going to. Been finding a lot of good stuff there. Not every time, but I have been able to mark off some ones that I really wanted. Especially, you'll see later on, I think the first visit I made, I found a movie that I've been wanting to add to my physical media collection for a bit. But that's going to do it for this one. There's going to be a whole series of these. I'm going to try to knock it all out now. So that since, I am filming and I'm doing this, I can go ahead and knock it out. That's going to do it for this one, guys. As always, I appreciate all the comments and likes and all that kind of stuff. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up and all that stuff. Any questions, comments, all that kind of stuff, feel free to drop that in the comments here. And until next time, stay awesome and keep collecting.